Hello, this is Kev. Thank you once again for stopping by. Like, share it. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Let's get into it. Um, yeah, Scott Adams. All of a sudden there's this big controversy because yet again, white people can prove that they're racist. So let's kind of mess with some racists for a second here. Why are we still like shocked about this? It's like, oh my God, a racist white man. Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give these guys any kind of pass or excuse. And yes, this is based on history. I mean, it's pretty obvious what this is all about. But what about in 2023? There are men like this who feel like that they are losing their place in power in America. And then we have a tendency as melanated content creators to try to convince people that it's the other way around. Like these white men are just going through, sweeping across lands, swinging their Viking axes, conquering all kinds of other demographics of men, including black men. So let's not pretend like that doesn't exist in these, social media circles. But this isn't about us as blacks per se and how we treat each other, because we can get into that all day. We can get into the lack of our own black pride and these ignorant guys like Scott Adams trying to push this white pride narrative or straight white pride narrative like it's okay to do that. And the shocking answer coming from me, black man, is yes, they do have the right to do this. They can do this. But with it goes a set of consequences, like, people saying like what your intent is instead of you trying to actually deliver your ignorant intent. And Scott Adams' argument is basically that he black people are a hate group, and he tries to get as far away from black people as possible, moving to areas that have a lower black demographic. And what you guys don't understand, instead of being all shocked and crybaby-ish that another white man is racist, is that they've always felt this way. See, we're dealing with a group of people who want acceptance from these kinds of people so bad that they're willing to cry and shame these guys into liking them. And I don't want anyone like Scott Adams liking me. I have nothing in common with this guy. And trust me, he's more intimidated by men who look like me than I am of men that look like him. And it's always that underlying thing like, hey, you know what? Scott Adams has a girlfriend and he stays in the black area. Will she be enticed by the BBC? A lot of that shit is about the BBC, It ain't like this is something that black men use to just try to, go and get some white girls and everything. Hey, but, as far as that narrative is concerned, for we as people to always make sex the barometer and how cool people are, I mean, shit, it does factor in. And it's kind of a punishment for how we've been historically treated. Don't think that guys like Scott Adams isn't worried about his women finding his women finding black men attractive and want to try and see if the rumors are true about the BBC, that our reputation precede us. I mean, why else would he say something like this? He besides adhering to stereotypes that are displayed on a regular basis. But my thing is, black people can feel free to display their stereotypes as well. Like, they're always drinking beer. They always have a set of cousins that stay in a barely put together wooden shed with Confederate flags everywhere, screaming "Roll Tide!" What I'm saying is, see, here's the thing, black people. I don't want to see white people shaming white people that are racist more than I want to see black people really going at these races and just trying to tear them to fucking shreds. I don't want us crying about not being accepted, because that's just what it is.
Power to the people.
Yeah, of course. But we say it in the way of like they're supposed to accept us. They don't have to. I wish every racist would reveal themselves so we will know who they are and not try to pretend like they like us just so everything can be okay. You know, why have these ideas that put us in a more powerless position to them, clamoring for what they see fit as good? And we've been like this for quite some time, and it's something that we need to do better as blacks. You know, get on a code when it's time. Don't wait for all these little liberal media outlets that just pander to you because they want votes for the Democratic Party for the 2024 election. You know, you just open your eyes and kind of see what's going on here. And for me to prefer being in black circles, I see a lot that we ourselves need to improve on. Although this video is going to reach some whites, is going to reach some blacks too. So I'm more empathetic to the black cause, but at the same time, I reserve the right to say, what I need to say about what I see and how it relates to situations such as these. Shit, if somebody like Scott Adams doesn't want to stay next door to me, I'm fine with that. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather have a good black neighbor stay next to me. And there's nothing wrong with me saying that. And I'm not saying that I don't want white people or other groups of people staying next to me. That's not up to me. It can be, depending on where, the demographic of people. But is there something wrong with black people wanting to stay in black neighborhoods as opposed to white people wanting to stay in white neighborhoods? Shit. I love the fact that our race can be proud of themselves. Shoot, proud of ourselves. Like, come on. So, how mad are you really about Scott Adams and this completely shocking revelation that there are some racist white people out here? And I ain't never heard no black person be like, "Oh man, I can't wait for that Dilbert to come out, dog. Oh man, get that newspaper, read that Dilbert, dog." I ain't never heard of that. I used to read comic strips. I used to go to Curtis and the Phantom. I didn't care about Dilbert. It looked boring to me.
The most boring son of a bitch I've ever seen.
This is a completely bland guy. I'm sure he goes to Starbucks and look at the Washington Times or some shit like that. I'm not interested in what this man's life is. And I'm from the state of Alabama, so I know there's some racist motherfuckers in this world. Stop acting like you need people to pander to you and accept you. Some people just aren't gonna do it. If he's being punished, if he's losing endorsements, and he's losing sponsorships and such, hey, I do not feel sorry for the guy. But he's telling his truth, and I would rather know who they are than to not know who they are. I would rather not pretend. And that is the heavy reality of it. So leave it in the comment section. Why y'all still surprised that some white people are racist? A vast majority. Why are you still surprised? Why am I supposed to be upset and angry at Scott Adams? I could just say, hey, you know what? Another racist white guy. As long as he doesn't attack a black person in public, hey, he can say what he wants, but fuck him anyway. Why can't you say fuck him?
Oh my God, Scott Adams, goddammit. Let's shame him some more.
A shaming campaign. Okay, it's whatever on that. I mean, do what you want. I don't care how much you bother that guy. Fuck him, but still, why are you still surprised that white people are racist? All right, till the next time.